I got it. Sweet. Pretty early for a live here tonight, but we're actually live from Iowa Trapper's house, and he's not here yet. He's got some honeydew list things he's working on right now. So, Anthony, how you doing? Oh, I didn't steal his house. Just sitting in the chair until he gets it here. But I'm enjoying this nice, cool weather now. At least it's been nice last couple days compared to how it was for now. Jim, how you doing? Michael, how you doing? He'll be here in a little bit. It'll be just me here for a couple minutes, anyways. Anthony, I wish. This is a nice pile of tan fur. I would like to have it. You're right. It actually smells like tan fur in here. I actually love it. But is everyone else getting pumped up for season? Because man, oh man, I'm getting there. Amy, hi. Welcome in. It is interesting. For sure. For sure. Hey, thanks for sharing that out, Anthony. If you guys haven't already, if you got an extra spare $10 and you're willing to join the Iowa Trappers Association, by all means, please do it. We pushed it pretty hard there leading up to the convention, and it actually got us approved for this Iowa Trappers Association YouTube page, which is a pretty big deal. I think there's huge potential for that. So made a big difference. I think we had like 22 different people from 12 or 14 different states just in the last week, really, people joining. So pretty cool. All the traps died, just need to wax. There you go, Joel. Nice. What are you going after this year, bud? Everyone else see that cat? Greens from New York. Enjoying the cooler weather, too. Also pumped for season. Absolutely, Dale Edwards. I feel you there. This cooler weather is a lot nice. A lot nicer than it was. For sure. Bunch of 220s today. Nice, Anthony. Nice. I just did my last dozen of 220s as well. Had to double swivel another dozen. I ran out of swivels. So you guys will see some videos from me this weekend because my plan is to have all my traps 100% ready to go by the end of this weekend. So Trapping Bros, how you doing? I did a live the other day, guys, with your shirt on, and you didn't get in there. Gavin, how you doing? Oh, Iowa Trappers got your shirt on. Don't worry, Trapping Bros. Oh yeah, Anthony, I feel you.
Representing. Shampooing the carpet for the wife, guys. I'll be in a little bit.
Get back to work.
Yes, honey.
Vibe Water, how you doing? But yeah, I got to dye a bunch of 220s this weekend. I got a bunch of 1.5s. I got to get put on chain drowners this weekend. What else? I got to cut up the rest of my fish. Have all that done. I might buy beaver traps. I haven't decided yet if they really need it or not. I got to take a good look at them. Get all my 220 springs compressed. Put the long pogos on the 220s, and from there I'll pretty much be ready. I'm getting excited. We'll be scouting. Well, I will be for sure. I'd say in a little less than a month from today. Probably around that first to second week of October is when I like to get rolling. So it's crazy how close that's getting. That's for sure. Gavin, I'll get back to you as soon as I can, bud. Oh yeah, Jim, I feel you. It is coming though. That's for sure. I got quite a bit of work to do. I'm not really on equipment. I have almost all my equipment ready. I'm going to finish that up this weekend. Like I said, kind of what I got left going on. Other than that, it's just scouting, and then it'll be pre-staking like crazy. Then season will be here. So It's going to be fun. I'm going to try and have around 11 to 1200 traps pre-staked. That's the plan. I think with that many traps pre-staked, if the weather holds out fine, I should be able to take a really, really, really good chunk out of that 2,000 coon goal that I have if I get that many traps pre-staked. So it's going to be a long 2 weeks of pre-staking, but I think it's going to pay off. Missouri just came off to Missouri River Scouting. Oh, hey, Jeff Hale. How you doing? Hopefully it looked good for you, bud. What were you out there scouting for? Beaver, coon, everything? What were you out there looking for, bud? How do you drive those pogos on the 220s? Dale, it's hard to say an exact number. I'd like to say in good ground, I probably drive them a foot, which my pogos are about 4 foot long for my 220s. So they flop out of the trail. I'd say roughly a foot is about where I put them at. If the ground's soft, I'll go a little deeper. If it's hard, I mean, maybe 10 inches. I really don't know. I don't measure. I'd say around a foot, though, for sure. In good ground is what I drive them at. But keep in mind, I also got 3 more feet, which is a lot bigger than that, like this, sticking out for that 220 to swing out of the trail, too. I expect you guys would be awesome. A lot of states take off with their trapping association, try to get the same thing going. Yeah, Michael. I think it's got a lot of potential too. I know when we were at the meeting at the convention, and almost everyone's hands went up when a couple of years ago. A lot of those guys were very against it. That was awesome. Honestly, it was great to see all the support from everyone. And it was even guys, they haven't watched YouTube in their life. They probably don't even know what it is, but the fact that they were still supporting us, it meant a lot. And I think there's really good future for showing what trapping's really all about, especially through that association page. And there's going to be everything on there. It'll be from the very, very basic beginner stuff all the way to longliners and production trappers. It's going to be, there will be something for everyone on there. That's for sure. Already got some video submissions from a couple guys of some shorter clips that are, I can guarantee, are going to be included on there because they're ITA members. And it's going to be cool. I'm very excited for it. I kind of got thrown into it. I didn't really know I was going to be a part of it. I kind of thought it was going to be more Iowa Trappers deal, but I was honored to be asked to help him out with it. So very excited for it. Very excited. Hope it helps the entire trapping families everywhere. Michael, I really think it will. Not only do I think it's going to help a lot of people learn a lot of things, I think it's also just going to put an image in people's head who aren't sure about trapping. At least the view of how we view it is how humane we are and ethical we are. That's all we can ask for. As long as we can take people that are kind of in the neutral zone right now and just educate them and show them what we're really doing and have them not against us, that's a win. That's a win for sure. So I don't see how it can go anywhere but up from here for that channel. I really don't. I think it's going to be a great success for the association. And I can see a lot of associations potentially following along with this in the future. Great potential for it. Mama, I saw you representing the Trapping Bros Next Gen. Yeah, you did, Laurie. Yeah, you did. Welcome in here. Agrees to say I'm here really makes you get the itch. Oh, yeah, Jim. Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys are doing the YouTube channel. Yeah, Jim. I'm very, as I just rambled on forever, I'm very excited for it. Very excited. And anyone who is an ITA member can submit videos, and you can see your videos on there if we get your permission. So it's going to be pretty cool. You're going to see a ton of different perspectives on trapping, no matter what kind of scale people are trapping at. You're going to see all sorts of different styles and scales of trapping. It's going to be pretty cool. YouTube submitted. Thanks for sharing that out, Anthony. I appreciate it. He's throwing a trap line, but right now I've got some health issues and I can't run it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Stacy. I really am. Hopefully that turns around for you here before season. Hopefully you can get it out there. Tina Ladybug, how you doing? Oh, thanks for sharing that one out too, Anthony. Um, Anthony just shared out the channel link for our new Iowa Trappers Association YouTube channel. If you haven't already, please go check it out. There's one video up on it already about the very, very basics of trapping. But we got that to over 200 subscribers in 2 days now. So she's growing. She's growing. I think it's going to be a great thing. Oh, yeah, Jim. Absolutely. Absolutely. Trapper Bob, how you doing? Welcome in. Everyone's having a great night. Oh, it's good to hear, Tina Ladybug. I'm having a pretty good night. That's for sure. My truck's actually getting fixed right now. So I had to drive the girlfriend's car over here. I don't think Iowa Trapper knew who the heck was pulling down his road. But my truck's getting fixed. I was having some problems with the brakes and the ball joint. So, wow, that sun's really in my face. Got to stay closer to the camera. But convention was a blast. Heck, I haven't even been on here since convention, really. But convention was really fun, guys. I spent way too much money. I am happy to say that I got some no BS dog proofs now, though. I've been wanting to test them out for a while. I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy with how the springs are on them for sure. I'm probably going to pull a lot of those chain stakes off. And I've already started pulling those rubber pieces on the triggers out of them just because I don't like that idea. But yeah, I'm excited to try them out. They seem pretty strong. Oh yeah, Jim, it was. It was. I had a lot of fun. I actually got looped into doing a kids demo there, which was my first ever demo. I'm kind of glad that I did because I have to do one. I shouldn't say have to. I get to do one out in Nebraska here. A week and a half now. That's really creeping up fast. So it was nice. I ended up having 40. I want to say it was like 44 kids show up for it not even being advertised or anything there. It was pretty awesome. It was fun. It was fun. Yeah, Anthony, I really think they will. I really do. Um, I'm pretty excited. I am going to pull the chain stakes off of them just because I do a lot of trapping later in the year. And I end up cutting some pogos. And cutting cable's a lot easier than cutting chain. Oh, thanks, Jim. I appreciate it. Did what I could for only knowing about it 12 hours in advance. I really wish that I would have known about something like that because for me, especially for the kids, I would have brought like a culvert type deal to kind of show them how to set up around a culvert because that to me is, as far as what a DP goes, is probably one of the best places you can set one. Right in the mouth of a culvert. I wish I would have known a little bit more in advance so I could have actually brought maybe a chunk of a culvert or something. Brought a little extra stuff in because all I had to play with really was mowed grass. That was kind of frustrating. But other than that, I tried to show all I could. Tried to slow it down quite a bit. And I had a good time doing it. Go to my house, we're going to clean a skunk and a raccoon. Never clean one. Oh, nice, Gavin. Oh, I bet it did. I bet it did. Hunting and stuff. How you doing? Iowa Trapper, get in here. Wow. He's literally right there, guys. Just walked outside. Just walked outside. But yeah. Hunting and stuff, it pretty much did. I came over here to basically do this live with him, and he has to shampoo the carpet, I think, or something like that. So I'm sitting in here live while he's slaving away. Should demo for the kids how to make a trapping mobile out of a bicycle. Amy, I could. That's how I used to trap. For those of you guys that don't know, when I was a kid, all I really had to trap out of was a bike and this little old red wagon, and I wired it to the back of my bike. And man, did I get around with that thing. I remember the one day, I'll never forget the one day I caught 3 coons all by myself, and I was trying to pedal them up It's pretty hilly where we used to live over there, and I about had a stroke trying to get them up the hill. But man, was I proud of those 3 coons. Dan, how you doing? Yeah, Anthony. $20 is gonna give him a roll. Oh, good luck, Jim. I think you really like them. Just be very careful with those boxes. But I'm sure you know what you're doing. Just be very careful. One thing I haven't talked about enough on my channel, which I'm going to do more of this year, is even if I'm trapping in the right of way, I've actually talked to quite a few people on the gravel roads where I'm trapping with boxes, just so they know that I'm there. I'm perfectly legal, but I want them to know that I'm there. You can actually get permission to bridges closer to houses if you talk to them. At least in Iowa, those coon are doing damage to their property too, and they want them caught as well. So it's always nice to just talk to them anyways. But good luck, Jim. I love them. They're very good, especially in that Christmas to through January. They're very, very good.
Whew.
Welcome to your own house.
Right. That took a long time.
Your creeks and rivers have sand bottom. If so, how do your pogos do in sand? Jeff, it depends on how much sand there really is. I've actually had fairly, which you can attest to.
Very good.
Here you go, darling. For me, pogos will actually hold fairly decent in sand for the most part.
Yeah.
I really don't have that much problem with them. But I do use the 2-inch. There's a lot of guys that use those 1.5s. Or they 1.25.
I think they use both. There's both of them.
Yeah, that smaller one I'm sure wouldn't be very
I won't
good.
touch a 1.5 even on dry ground. I just don't like them.
Yeah, our ditches are too soft.
Bruce Rhodes shared a clip with us though about in that soft sand. He was actually taking that pogo and putting it through a metal paint can lid and burying it in the sand. That's pretty cool.
I like that idea.
I never even thought of that. A little more work than I want to do, but it'd work.
Chains off the WS dog proofs. Kind of wish we could get them without the chain anchor already attached. Joel, there's a J hook on there at the end of the second swivel. I'm just going to open up the J hooks and pop them right off. And I actually prefer that they came with the chain anchor because you can sell those chain anchors for $1 or $2 a piece and cover some of your costs. That's the route I'm going with them. I'm pretty sure they're all like that with just a J hook on the chain, unless he's got an older brand that's different than mine. There should be a J hook on there you can open up, bud, and pop it right off. Oh, absolutely, Dan. You got to be really careful with them boxes.
Open up some air vents.
Using them on private property. Jim, that does help. Then again, especially at convention, me and him heard a couple stories, even on private ground, a couple miles from houses. There was still some bad stories about boxes.
Right.
So you still got to be very careful. Distemper. I haven't seen any trapper, Bob. He has.
Yeah. I'm nervous. I'm nervous to even look.
Yeah, I'm glad to stuff.
Yeah, well, I thought, what are the odds that Trapper Bros are on here? So
They are.
yeah, I heard it. I was shampooing the carpet, and I heard it.
Tell the owner to keep an eye on their pet. Explain the set.
Yeah, you can explain it all you want, Anthony. But bottom line, even though it's legal and everything else, still kind of, still bad.
You still got to be very careful. Very careful. Use bigger than 2-inch in sand. Jim, I'm sure he could. Like he said, Bruce Rhodes showed us that deal with the metal paint can lid and digging down. I'd say he's probably about 1 foot under the sand. He just put that thing in there flat and shoveled all the sand back over it. I think that'd work very good. I guarantee you I'm going to try that this year because I know some spots.
Right.
I used to throw cinder blocks off of bridges and cable off to them. Now, a paint can lid is a lot lighter than a cinder block.
So. Right. Hey, Jim. How you doing, bud?
I see a coon in the middle of the day last week.
I'm not surprised. Although if it gets really hot, sometimes they still will go find water, Doesn't always mean they're sick, but if you see them doing the swagger, then it's,
If they're walking in cursive.
And if they're walking in cursive.
Yeah.
That's only 10 people.
Don, how you doing?
What's up,
only
Don?
10 people. Jim, hey, how you doing? Rivers, deep stance. I'll try pink canlets. Yeah, Jeff, I definitely give it a try. I would definitely shovel down as deep as you can get with your hands, but with that big paint can lid, I really don't think it'd take much to hold. I'm sure it holds very good. I don't know if I'd be able to pull it out without shoveling the
Yeah.
sand off of it.
I mean, you get down there a foot, you're talking. I mean, heck, you could have 70 pounds of sand on top of that already.
Yeah. Yeah, Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I plan to if we can get some water. It's actually been raining on and off. We actually got hail at my house yesterday. I was pretty surprised by that. But we could use about a foot of rain over the next month.
Scared me to death when he got hail because I was roofing.
Yeah.
I'm like, where in the heck did you get this?
It was pouring. The camera never does that stuff
No.
justice, but man, it was pouring. Quick look. It was right by a creek. Oh, yeah, hunting stuff. Could have been sick. Anthony, a lot of that definitely goes on.
Yeah.
A lot of it does. Yeah, Jim, I love pogos. He loves them too.
Yeah, I've messed with other anchorings, but to me, I'm not opposed to trying something new, but I can't find anything that holds as well and for the price.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what Berkshires and stuff go for, but it's way over the price of a pogo end.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And like all my chain drowners come with wolf fangs, but I'm not going to ever cut them off. I mean, it's on chain. They're not going to go bad.
Right.
They're all coated. So those aren't a disposable to me. Those are kind of a permanent deal on there.
Right. No, Don. Next Tuesday, I should be done roofing for the year. Although I did come home early today and had to put a bid together for somebody. But yeah, I've got a couple jobs lined up next year, maybe 3.
Nice.
But I'm done this year. I've got too much other stuff going on, like shampooing carpets. I told her I'd do it today. I'm like, we started this. I'm like, oh. Yeah, you're doing this on your own for a little bit.
Yeah, out of all the things I thought you were going to say, shampooing carpet wasn't one of them. I'll give you
Wait till
that.
you're married, bud. Wait till you're married.
Spot a bench tiger. Oh, there you go, Jim. I love mine. I don't know how anyone can get by without it.
Oh, yeah. Jim, pay attention to it. I don't know if yours does this, but mine, the bolts and stuff want to come loose from time to time, loosens everything up. Either put like a locking nut on there, or for me, it's like every third pogo, I'm having to just hand tighten stuff. Does yours do that?
It does, but I took a pair of pliers and got it really tight on there to where I couldn't even move my pliers, and it stays every like 100
gotcha.
pogo. But I mean, I really got it on there now,
Right.
which also makes it kind of harder to push down a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, when that starts opening up, pretty soon you'll notice that it won't, those jaws, they won't fully shut and touch. Pretty soon you get a little gap in there, and that stops crimping as well. And next thing you know, it'll just do it over time. It'll get bigger and bigger. And pretty soon you'll not hardly be crimping stuff, and then you risk losing traps, and it's not worth it. So just keep an eye on that, Jim. But otherwise, they're awesome. I don't know. I used to do it years ago with put it on a block and hammer. And oh man,
they're a lot harder to smash than people think. They really are. Gavin, I drove. I didn't walk.
Yeah. Used for a driver. They make actual drivers, Joel. Oh, yeah, it'd be tough on them. I've been a few pogos, but you've probably been some.
I've been a lot of them last year because of how hard the ground was.
Yeah, I forgot opening day.
Opening day, I was swinging my mini sledgehammer all day. Getting 270 traps out while hammering in 80% of them, though.
Make a man out of you quick.
Oh, I was looking buff by the end of that. I was ripped. Don't take domestic animals into consideration. Oh, yeah, Anthony. Yeah, it's only going to take one mistake to ruin it for everyone. That's for sure.
I'll bet, Dan. 1/8 inch cable. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about those are a lot harder than the 3/32.
Probably.
Because I know my snares are 5/64, so it's night and day difference between that and 3 seconds.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it took my swagger a while to really get to it. It was loose. I mean, I did thousands of pogos with it before it got bad.
Yeah.
But now, yeah, it'll pop loose. Oh, yeah, Anthony. Chain drowners are the way to go. I do have an idea though that I might try going into next year. I'm gonna take all the wolf fangs off of them and put a foot of wire on the bottom, so I can cut them off if I can't get them out. That's my idea.
I hadn't heard that
See
one.
what
yet.
I'm saying?
So you got the cable coming down, and then the bottom foot is wire. So if you can't get it, you can just snip
Yep.
it. I like that.
Yeah, Tim gave me that idea.
Huh.
I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah, I've never heard that. Gavin, we gave him away. It was too much work.
I did get to see him though. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, you did.
Reef, how you doing, buddy? Oh, Jeff, man, I'm jealous. I actually think my stretch of river, I might have really hurt the carp population. Serious, because we can't get a common in there now, which is actually a good thing because I'm pretty sure they're an invasive species.
Oh, yeah. All carp are.
I think buffalo are the only native ones, but I don't think they're native to Iowa. I think they're just native to North America. I really don't know. But you can't catch a common there.
Jim, if you actually go to Fast Now individually and buy a small lot, it's pricey. I know years ago, probably 3-4 years ago, I could get 400 of them for $50, but now that's well over $100. So
yeah, now you got to buy them in extreme bulk to get it down.
Right.
Oh yeah, Reef. 2 negatives make a positive, though.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
Can that be on the back of our Tent People shirts? 2 negatives make a positive.
I mean, why? Might as well. 2 negatives make I'm drunk.
The first day? Yeah.
Yeah, you were hurting unit.
Yeah.
I never forget next gen on my tailgate. You good, dude? Yeah, man.
It was great.
Dude, you're not good. You're not good.
It was fun. I settled down the next
Like, I had a
day.
dad moment. I had to go check on him, make sure he made it to his tent. Because if it was me, I'm a wanderer. If I get that bad, I wander.
No, I'm responsible.
You would have found me in an alley 5 foot away, shirtless. No idea why. But that's where I'd be.
Or like Nationals on a golf cart shirtless.
I was, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good times.
Number 9 wired your friend. Yeah, Anthony, that's kind of what I plan on doing. It's probably number 9. I think I could get away with a little thinner. But yeah, something like that. I think it's going to make wrapping them up a lot nicer too with that wire to
Right.
really cinch them on.
How many did you get, Jim, for 125?
Yeah, I'm curious.
No, Gavin, it's not. Thought about it, but it's not.
Thought about it. That might be for me. Yeah, Anthony. Everything likes to eat beaver. Right?
Yeah.
That's right.
We're just going to leave that there.
Yeah. 350 washers for $125. What is that math? Do math.
That's actually not bad. That's actually not bad.
No, what is that? Less than $30? for
Less than
100?
15 per 100. No, 30, 100. Yeah, 30, 100.
I hate that we're trying to do math right now. Neither of us
Well,
can do it.
So that's 5/4. Take.
Because I'm curious.
Well, don't tell me.
Are we doing a dozen count?
I was doing per 100.
I don't know. We're off that topic.
Yeah. Anyway.
Cents a washer. What do we? I think I pay a little less than that.
Yeah, I think Pogo had them for 24.
I think it was 25.
Was it 25?
Yeah, quarter a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim, I get mine from Funky's.
Yeah, he's got some kind of wire hookup that he's literally 30% cheaper than anybody else. I don't know how.
At conventions, especially, he's
Yeah.
really low.
I mean, 330 seconds, 1,000-foot cable. About anywhere I looked was $70, and I think he had some for 50. Granted, that's convention, so it's a sale there, but you're probably talking. Well, heck, I could look it up right now. I don't even know what he has. I almost bought a 5,000-foot roll while we were there.
I looked at it too.
Yeah, I'm glad you ran out of money, and then I never ended up buying it anyway.
I'm out of money. I had $5. That was bad. Not proud. Not proud of myself. Hunting stuff. I think he was talking $125 for the 350 pogos. Pretty sure that's what he said. How thick are the fender washers? There are several grades. Do you know how thick they are?
Dan, I don't
I don't remember. You do have to get the right ones though, or they won't fit your driver.
Mm-hmm.
I got a bad batch of them from F&T. I think it wouldn't fit Pogo's driver.
So he's got 1,000 foot for $75 online. Actually, he's out of stock.
Uh-oh.
I mean, he's got 5,000 foot roll if you want that, but he doesn't advertise it.
Yeah. That'd only take a phone call though.
All right.
I'd hate to pay the shipping on it. 35 cents a washer. Yeah, that's about what I got it to. So $35 a 100 count roughly.
That's actually not terrible price. What I thought it'd be.
Backwoods doing good. Doing good. It's finally cooled off, so I'm not totally melting every day.
Hey, Barbarian.
Yeah. I mean, it was down to 44 up there in Osage.
Oh, I've never slept so good.
It was nice.
Got nice and cool with extra comforters, and my air mattress lost just enough air. I sunk down in. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that, Gavin.
Yeah. Empty pockets. I use 330 seconds because all I make with them is pogos. That's all I make with them. I'm not a snare guy. I absolutely hate snares. So it's just a personal thing.
Hurt me right here.
If you could see the 5-gallon bucket I have of snares from 4 years ago when I tried it, you wouldn't want to go through them either. So rough experiences. But when I tried to use them, I didn't even know what loading a snare was.
Oh, that makes a difference. That's all the difference in the world.
I was trying to beaver trap. Man, yeah, it kind of sucked. That's God's country. Oh, yeah, Jim. Oh, yeah. Everywhere's God country. It just depends who you talk to.
Right?
1/8 inch for all your extensions. I've never even bought 1/8 inch.
I got some in a package deal I bought from a trapper once.
Well, you got 40,000 feet of cable out there.
Yeah.
What's 5,000 more, though?
I almost did it.
Tell you what, though, the truck was full on the way back.
Yeah.
It was full.
We had to load it down good. Real good.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the back seat of my truck was very
full. I don't
full.
know how you did that.
Sometimes you got to make it fit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I guess I just never get the chance to load the truck.
Yep. I light the stove at the cabin the other night. Nights are getting cold. Absolutely, Backwoods Barbarian. And the sun's going down earlier, too.
I've noticed that. That's really, yeah.
Snare for bear. Actually, there was a guy named Dean Bartz who got honored into the Hall of Fame at this convention. And that's a lot of what he does is he foot snares for black bears out in Oregon?
Washington or Oregon?
One of those states.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's told me a couple stories about it. It sounds fun.
That would be a trip. That
Montana wolf trip would be quite a trip. Yeah, that'd be fun too. Listeners of views remain West Adventures. Huh.
Yeah, Dan, I get it. My buddy, the ITA video, the first one we put up was made by JD Rogie. He used to own Roadrunner snares before he shut it down here last year, but his snares were just, they make that loop and you touch the bottom and you can't even see it go down. It's that quick. It's amazing how fast they are.
Is that why your truck's getting fixed? No, Jim, it's not. I'm actually not too happy about it because I had back brakes replaced in May, and now the front brakes are down, and I don't know if they didn't even check them or what. But I got a ball joint going bad too, so that had to get done. This cursor keeps getting in the way.
I know, right?
Cable for reinforcement saves a lot. That's from it. Oh yeah, Reef. What state's Reef from?
He's from by Portland.
In Oregon?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of bears. From the stories I've heard, there's quite a few bears. 1x19 snares. All this snare talk, I'm lost.
You had polar bear a few weeks ago.
What?
I don't even know if that's possible.
Wants panda. Pretty sure they're endangered, if I remember right.
I mean, it goes back to that. Never mind. We're just gonna drop it there.
Would the wind set the snares off?
You're welcome, Reef. Hunting stuff, not really. The trick that I've learned with snaring is you don't put the lock like right here. My hands are touching. You don't put the lock here. You offset it at about 1 o'clock or 11, and that way it has to really. It takes a little bit of pull, but once it starts to go, it slams shut. But if you do hang it straight up, especially like a teardrop shape, yeah, that wind will move it just slowly, bring that lock down on it. So,
You want to hear a funny story I haven't even told you yet?
oh no.
So I get back to school, and I find out from my girlfriend that her mom signed her up for the Iowa Trappers Association from my videos. That made my whole day. What day was that? Monday? Oh, that was awesome.
Well, you got a filmer now.
I hope you guys are watching because, man, that was awesome. Yeah. Put a trapping sticker on her car while I have it here.
Yes. Yes. I got Iowa Trapper stickers in the kitchen.
I got some in my dorm room too.
Throw it on. Throw it on.
Might have
Every window. 4 across the windshield.
This sticker is dangerous and inconvenient, but I sure do love Fig Newtons.
Oh, we shouldn't hang out this much.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. So it's delicacies. Get it while it lasts, but no, seriously, people eat polar bear. That's nuts. Did it taste good? I don't know what a polar bear tastes like.
I figure they're so endangered because isn't that along with like seals up there? You have to be indigenous people or something up in Alaska to be able to do that.
I have no idea.
I thought even like whales. I think they're still able to hunt whales.
The indigenous are.
Yeah, I think it's polar bears, seals, and I don't know what else.
I have no idea. Oh, good, Reef. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Reef.
We actually, I think once they started saying the numbers of what we really got in a week and a half, I think that's what swayed a lot of people onto the side for the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for that.
Yeah, that was awesome. I'd love to see what the numbers are now.
It's over 1,300. I know that.
Yeah.
Total. I'm hoping otter decent this year. We have a lot around here. Mark, I've heard a lot of things that are not looking so good for the otter because the beaver trapping was a fairly decent thing last year. And when you're beaver trapping, especially in the South where there's no limit on otters, there's a lot of otters getting killed while you're beaver trapping. And down there, they can keep them, every single one they catch. So there was a big production of otter last year. And it's kind of a mess. See, how can I keep talking about it?
I'm sorry, I had to laugh at that. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I tried to not interrupt you, but man.
Yeah, Mark 6. Yeah. Back to the otters, though. It's not looking very good. It was on a little bit of a rebound last year. And especially now that everyone's seen what the beaver prices were last year, I think there's going to be an even higher production up. Maybe not production, but there'll be a lot more people out there after them and a lot more otters caught. It'll kind of flatten out the market, I think.
I don't know. Maybe some of you watched GFW's video. You can enlighten on what the prices were.
That's what that's from.
Oh.
I listened to the whole thing.
Did you listen to the whole thing?
Dude, I drive a lot. I have nothing else to do. But it made sense to me. I mean, when you're beaver trapping, especially in the South, there's guys that'll catch 50 to 100 otters, even more down there, and they can keep them. It's a lot of otters. I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Or know some indigenous people. Huh. It's great your girlfriend is a member, so now I think you got a full-time skinner. Jeff, I've asked several times, skinning and gutting and bagging that. For some reason, she doesn't even want to step out there. I don't know what that is. She has come home with me a couple times, but she goes inside and does homework, talks to my mom while I'm slaving away.
Maybe your shop's too messy for her. Bring her over here. I'll put her to work.
My shop's pretty clean right now.
Yeah, mine's not.
In 2 months, no. It'll be a disaster.
Your disaster won't even be where mine's at now.
Yeah. Yeah, Dan, no limit down there.
So jealous of that.
Dan, what, if you don't mind me asking, what's your best season on otters? I don't know if you necessarily go after them or not. I'm just kind of curious. I hear that the southern ones are more valuable too, because now they want a paler colored one.
Backwoods, that's the most random comparison, but I love it.
Not nearly as good as black bear, but better than eggplant. That's like two totally different sides of the scale.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
That actually broadened my perspective of what it might be more than I had before.
Just when you think you had it narrowed down.
Yeah.
Sounds good, Jim. Have a good night, bud. Be a gorgeous night for it, probably.
Oh, yeah. Flesh membrane is stuck in. Yeah, Dan, I really enjoy doing, other than the tail, I love fleshing otters. And I kind of got the tail figured out now, too. And they're beautiful.
I do too, which is kind of weird. I wonder if their otters flesh differently than ours.
Oh, they very well could.
Or if we're just different people.
Theirs probably have thicker leather on them. I think. Don't their beavers have a thick leather to them down there?
Leather's thicker, fur is thinner, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Because we're the opposite.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Good to see you guys. Absolutely, Samuel.
Yeah, Samuel.
Yeah, I had a little too much fun the one day, but other than that, it was fun.
Hope you learned something while you're there, bud. That's a good place to cut your teeth with learning trapping, that's for sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys there that are willing to teach you stuff, too. People trapping the catfish farms catch big numbers. Oh, I bet, Dan. I bet. Those catfish farm people probably want them out of there instantly, too.
Dan, just if you don't mind me asking now, what is a big number on there? The guys that like go after otter. Surely you guys probably got a few 3-digit guys down there, don't you?
I'm pretty sure Breyer was it 120 or 140 somewhere in that range.
Burrow.
Yeah,
right.
I mean he's what I'd consider a very big trapper down there. Almost 500 beaver and 100, close to 150 otter. That's a lot.
Whew. Tell you, that was a good paycheck last year.
Mm-hmm. Unless you let them grade out your beavers by size. I had to. Sorry. I had to. Had to.
Shots fired. It gets to me too. Don't feel bad.
60's big, Dan? Okay. That's still a lot of otters. That being said, though, I bet a guy in Iowa, if you wanted to run really hard, could get close to that. I really do.
I know a couple guys that hit 25 or 30 without trying.
Yep. It's doable. 280s. A lot of beaver and otter around here. Seems like it might be the perfect trap. Mark, I'm curious why you want to use a 280 instead of a 330. Unless you're not talking a fully submerged set. It also depends where you're from and the laws, too.
Right. Because, see, above ground, that'd be illegal here.
Yep.
But certain spots, I mean, Minnesota is half submerged 330s even. So, but I think if it's not half submerged, what's 160 on dry ground?
In Minnesota?
Yeah. Because I don't think
I know
they
they used to be able to use 220s. Maybe that changed.
I don't know.
Z30 Maniacs got videos of 220 trapping otters on dry land. So
Maybe it is.
I know that was one of the things they were just talking about.
And maybe that was the
recently.
proposal. They were trying to do away with it, unless it was in a tree. Because there's something about being in a tree. It had to be 5 foot or 10 foot in a tree.
There is one state. I forget which one it is. The set just has to be able to get to the water. I forget what state it is. But it is legal on land as long as they can get to the water. Which is very interesting. I'd make like 30-foot cable
extension. And I got to think about this too. I wonder if Nebraska, if they can use 220s.
Yep.
They can?
When Trapper Jay was out there trapping, he was using 220s.
Oh, good. Because otherwise I'm going to be doing a 220 demo out there with guys that can't use them. I feel pretty stupid.
I'm 99% sure on that one. High beaver populations, why there's so many scars. I'd assume so too. It depends on the time of year too, Barbarian.
Right. Well, spring beaver are a bit up for us.
Especially you get into like that last week of April, they get pretty tore up.
They get so territorial, and then especially you get one in a trap, and if he's not drowned right away, yeah, he'll get bit up a bit.
I'm fairly confident I've had beavers that are drowned that still get bit on.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I have. Partially submerged 330s. I'm so jealous of that, Dan. I would pay a good amount of money to have partially submerged 330s in Iowa.
Gary from Canada.
Oh, yeah.
280s on dry land. That'd be cool.
Nice, Gary. Nice.
Tennessee. Yeah. Okay. So you're around, that other Justin, I always struggle with his last name. He's always on my live a few times. His wife's name is Jennifer, too.
Nice.
Russ something. He's from Tennessee. He has a lot of fun down there, so.
Quite a few coyote guys from Tennessee.
Yeah, there are.
Thoughts on the Duke 850 for beaver? Empty pockets, my opinion, it is extreme overkill.
Too much.
That's my opinion.
I'd agree.
If me and him were playing with him at the national convention, and I could probably get it set. I didn't set it. I can probably get it set over my knee, but that's one of them, and that is not in the water, so the trap isn't wet, and that's only one.
And you're not standing in mud and trying to keep your balance.
Yeah, and keep in mind I'm the 21 indestructible person willingly admitting that I wouldn't do it. I don't think I can.
Yeah, once you get that broke open, it's like, and you go to move your hands, I give myself a 50-50 shot of getting it set. Like I don't, and that's not enough for me. That's too scary.
The levers are so short.
Right. You're either going to get it set or you're going to catch yourself. Yeah. And that's going to hurt. I mean, these things are, I was like quivering trying to do this thing. It was, oh, no, not for me.
I was quivering with the 120s too.
Yeah. It's like, come on.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of man are you?
Yeah. Empty pockets, though, if you can use those 850s, which I know some states don't allow traps that big underwater, but if you can use those, I'd highly recommend the TS-85, which is actually a lot cheaper than the Duke 850, if I remember right, too. It's a lot easier to use.
Those 850s, though, if you were to buy them or something, you already got them. Honestly, I'd take like a sheet of OSB, like a little 1.5 by 1.5 feet, set it down and step on them. Step on the levers to do it. That's your safest bet. Don't try it in the mud because you're just going to force the whole trap into the mud before you set that thing. It's, I don't know. I'll bet that's probably 100 pounds of spring or 80 pounds of spring to be able to do that. I mean, it's up there.
Yeah. I mean,
we should test that.
They advertise it as a wolf trap. Is what they advertise it as.
Which is bigger than a muskrat, so.
Slightly. Trapper Jay caught a mink in one.
Oh.
I saw that video.
Did it end up being 2 mink?
Almost. it was close.
Yeah, Gary, to be honest with you, when you said you can do 280s on dry land, to me, I would be very cautious about that. That would make me nervous.
Yeah.
Like I know some states, I think I saw, was 330s were able to be on dry land, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
For me personally, I would never set that. Just not even at dogs at that point. Now you're risking you get a kid out there or something, and there's no getting out of something like that.
Yeah. I know, like way up in the northern bush, they like to use them in like cubby box sets for like wolverines and stuff.
Yeah.
It's big, which makes sense. I mean, you're in the absolute middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But if you made it that way for the whole state, you could definitely run into some problems.
Here, no way I do more than a 220. I just personally wouldn't.
Even then, you got to be really careful.
Be extremely careful.
Colonies never freeze in open water. Oh, yeah, Dan. I wonder if that causes those beaver to do more or less damage. Because our beaver got to worry about getting frozen, so they're constantly chomping stuff down for the winter. I don't know. Maybe it's about the same.
Yeah.
On the 852 coil, I don't know how well that'd work. I think the levers are still just so shorted. I don't know. I'd recommend the 85.
Right.
Yeah, Mark. That could be part of our muskrat problem. I mean, our muskrat problem number one is drought. I mean, that's far above anything else.
Right.
But I have started to hear people talk about that otters will start wearing them out pretty good too, which we got plenty of otters around now. And when guys used to be catching all the muskrats in big numbers, we didn't have hardly any. So could be a correlation there too. Oh yeah, empty pockets. A 650 will do it for sure. Messing around with a dozen sets or less. 15 to 20 otter down here. Nice, Mark. Nice.
Empty pockets. One thing, with beaver, I would stress the bigger trap, the better, in my opinion, just for the back feet. I mean, you get a beaver's back foot, it is literally the size of my hand, big one. And it's so easy, say you got a Duke 1.5 right here. Yeah, you might be able to catch it by the toes, but if he walks on flat-footed on anything smaller than his foot, it's just going to throw his foot out. And that's why if you're going for a front foot, if you did front foot on a drowner, I had no problem. Duke 1.5 would hold just about any beaver. But you don't want a drowner, and that's not ideal, but because it's all about the size of the feet getting in the trap. That's why you want the bigger jaw spread, because that back foot is bigger than any other fur bearer that we have here in Iowa.
Yeah.
Oh, reef, that's scary.
280s go in the water. Yeah, Gary. I've never tried a two. Do you have any 280s?
I do not.
I don't either. Hey, thanks for sharing that out again, Anthony. That's the link to the new YouTube page,
hey,
the Iowa Trappers Association. Very excited for that. 285 Duke 850 Bridger number 5. Oh, right. Yeah, Dan. They got the new Bridger number 5 Douglases, and those things are pretty dang stout, too.
Yeah.
Let's go pick up. All right, back with Barbarian.
Thanks for stopping in, buddy. You have a good night, bud.
Nuisance job question. I don't know.
Michael, so nuisance beaver trapping, that gets very tricky. They get so smart so fast. In my opinion, if it's legal, I would throw some snares out there, because snares aren't nearly as eye-catchy, and at the same time, if you mess with them, it doesn't scare them.
Yep.
That's what I'm not a great nuisance trapper by any means. I've done a few things here and there. And at one time had a small business doing it, but with beaver, every one of them that I've talked to, the top nuisance guys say, snares are your best friend if you have a trap try beaver. Sounds like we're gonna have to watch that video we talked about earlier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably not good. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've heard a lot of people having great success with putting snares on poles or sticks or something, just out in the middle of nothing, and a little bit of lure on there, whether it's cast or a curiosity lure. I run that set with a foothold, and it works just fine. But a lot of the nuisance guys like that snare. Normally they do 2 snares, I think, on a pole or a stick or
Right.
something and catch the beaver that way. But I've also heard of it taking guys 2 months to catch one beaver.
Yeah.
And they're some of the best beaver trappers there is.
I wish I had that. I got a beaver that was taxidermied, had 3 feet because the guy missed it once, an ADC guy. It took him 2 months, and then when he finally got it, he got it mounted and finally gave it to me. It's pretty cool. But oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought on the beaver.
Talking
Anyway.
snares on poles.
Oh, okay. No, with your set, how you're talking with something out in the middle of the water. I actually filmed that this year. Some of you might have seen that.
Yeah.
I filmed that beaver literally chewing on it. This was a dead, old bridge pillar. It just in the middle of nowhere. It wasn't green. It wasn't attractive to him. Just he saw it, and so I'm gonna definitely try to switch gears and do probably more towards what he was trying. What I might try some snares too, just maybe some footholds, but we got time. We'll figure something out.
I caught, I'd say, close to a dozen beaver this year on that set, just trying it out.
That's awesome.
I had great success with it. Where in cricks where a caster mount, I couldn't catch one, but that stick in the crick with lure on it sure caught them. That was pretty interesting. Don't let a pair of setters get away from you with an 850. Yeah, Dan, I don't doubt that. I bet that sent them at a pretty good clip.
Wow. How about they launch?
Yeah. This Billy Nip catches 280s. Yeah, Mark, that's kind of similar to the concept I've starting to get pounded at me is 160s instead of 220s.
For coon.
Basically the same thing that you're talking about. You get them right behind the head a lot better than you can with a 220, which is interesting, but I believe it. Snare for beaver above or below. Everything I hear, Joel, is about half and half for the most part. Maybe 2/3 under and 1/3 above. That's about, I mean, unless you've heard something, that's about what I hear.
It's one of those things. I think it's everyone's opinion.
Yeah.
I know guys that literally said it. The bottom of the loop is an inch underwater, and I've heard you want 3 inches of that 10-inch loop above water. So it's one of those things. It's kind of like the coyote footholds. Oh, you got to be 7 and 2 off. You got to be dead center. You got to be 6 and 3 or 6 and 1. Guys, I mean, it's your own preference. I mean, figure out what works for you. There's so many rules that people have to do, and it's ridiculous.
Like I always say, I'm not as smart as an engineer, so I don't trap like one.
Right. Oh, by the way, my wife's pissed that you took her chair.
I'm in her chair?
Well, actually, you're in my chair, and I'm in her chair. But
so she should be mad at you.
Yeah, right? She is already. That doesn't matter. But I told her you're coming over for live. He's going to take my spot.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Oh, no.
My spot.
Oh, no.
Yes. I'm sorry. I love you. Oh, I'm sure, Dan. I'm sure.
That otter almost go through 330s all the way before. Oh, yeah, Mark. I don't doubt that one bit. Otters are just such a fast animal. That can be with any trap.
And they're just so agile.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, really, though, I've seen some, even medium-sized coon go through a 220 a long ways.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That otter almost go through 130s. Oh, I already read that one. Oh, yeah, Anthony. I'm sure that'd work. Alive on arrival in a 280. Huh, that's interesting. I've never pulled up to a beaver that was still alive in a conibear. I will say that.
Oh.
Coon's a different story. Possum, I've had them. Skunks, I've had them too. One, and it sprayed me. And it was bad because I picked up the 220, and where's its butt when I lift that up? Right here. Praise the Lord that he was so out of it, he kind of just, instead of the full thing, because, man, I would have been throwing up everywhere. 220s perfect. Oh, I don't know if I'd try that.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Depend on the size of the beaver. I think it bend the jaws on the 220 more than anything else. Beaver's got a hard head.
I had my buddy, he caught, and he brought it to me because he traps a lot, and just he'll bring me like 10 coon a week, just like, here you go.
Yeah.
But he showed up one day, and it's probably a 50-pound beaver, and I said, didn't think you were trapping beaver. And he goes, neither did I. And it was a dry wash going up to cornfield, just like I said, with coming out of culverts, like both me and him do, with a 220, and he pulled up, and there's a 50-pound beaver right behind the head, bottom of the extension.
Huh.
He was as shocked as I was.
It doesn't surprise me, though. That's a beaver kind of travel way.
It is, and it's right off the big river, which the river's a solid half mile from there, but it's still kind of, I have yet to do something like that. Like to catch a beaver without thinking there's a chance at a beaver.
Yeah.
You know, you catch them in 1.5 dukes or something in a creek. Okay, there's a chance. But with him catching that, and I got another buddy caught an otter going from telephone pole to telephone pole with corn, not a pond or a creek around anywhere.
Huh.
That was pretty neat.
I've seen some mink in the middle of nowhere with no water.
Right.
But there's also timber mink too. I mean, they're not
That's
all water.
I'll never forget when I was learning trapping with Kyle Katz, roadline antidotes, or trapline antidotes, road lining. It pounded in my head. Mink makes his living just fine on dry ground.
Yeah.
And they do. They'll use the water to their advantage, but they're just fine on dry ground.
Yep. Yeah,
now we're behind.
Some guys had a beaver caught a conibear by the tail. Yeah, hunting and stuff. I think a lot of that just has to do with, honestly, how the beaver hits the trap.
Right.
There's so much that goes on in situations like that we'll never understand because we weren't there to see it.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on it anyways.
Well, I caught that beaver by the tail in the
85?
Yeah, TS-85. I showed that, didn't I? On the channel?
Yeah. I caught him by the casters.
Yeah.
Twice last year I did that.
Boy, I have sympathy there.
Which is weird. Oh, I bet they went down the drowning rod pretty quick. They're like, well, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. Game over.
I don't want anyone to remember me for this. We're going down.
Right.
Oh, yeah, Anthony. An otter in a 160 doesn't surprise me. Heck, I caught that one in the 220 box. I was thrilled. I actually know what I'd consider an old school trapper. He passed away a while ago, but he used to only trap otters with 220 boxes. When there was ice, which is when I caught mine, which I find kind of interesting why that'll draw them to the boxes more than anything else. I think it has to do with lack of food. Same thing with raccoons rutting. But otter in a 160 doesn't surprise me. They got a small head.
Yeah, and they do travel far, Reef. Otters are, I mean, and they're part of the same, family as mink, and they'll travel. I mean, it might be a week before they come back through the same area again. So, Arkansas, what's up, buddy?
Welcome in, Arkansas. Anthony, I've heard a lot of guys talk about situations exactly like that. And a lot of what I think personally, and what a lot of guys tell me, is that beaver came up to the trap and turned around because he was trap shy. And when he kicked back water, it was enough force to set that trap off, and you got him by the foot. Either that or his tail went and paddled and set it off. But that's what a lot of guys have told me, is that beaver's actually turning around when you catch him like that in the back foot.
I was going to say it's a back foot. Do you think maybe his back foot actually hits the trap when he pushes away from it?
Yeah, something like that. Either the tail or, something.
If it was a front foot, the only thing I could really think was he came up to it and wanted to go over the top of it and hit it with his front foot, but still got the trigger inside. And
beaver was a refusal. Yeah, Dan. Oh, that's speaking of his story. Yeah.
Which I don't know. So I'm assuming, Dan, are you saying with submerged 330 or even partially above water? Because I think with that TS-85 underwater, I don't think that necessarily be a refusal because he's walking up to the set.
I wouldn't think so.
I would think that's just a more of a fluke deal.
He could have been up on the bank and his tail was in the water.
Yeah, maybe walked around my trap and was messing with my lure and
Yeah.
put his tail down. I'll never know.
Heck, he could have been up there, got spooked, slapped his tail, and got caught. I mean,
There's 100. He could have been
fluke
swimming
deal.
by and got spooked by a car on the bridge and swatted his tail and randomly got it. I mean, you'll never know.
He had to hit it pretty good though, for if you're running pan tension. I mean, he had to hit it fairly decent with his tail.
Yeah, those tails got some power to them.
Oh
too.
yeah. Heck, I had a beaver almost tip my kayak over the other day. I was over by the lodge trying to see if the one would come out that always does. I was about 2 foot from where they come out. About a 50-pounder comes out and just wakes under the kayak. I'm like, whoa.
Dun, dun.
Yeah. It was almost karma for me from them beavers, that's for sure.
Hey, Bill. Hey, man, I appreciate your support with everything, buddy. You've definitely helped me grow for sure. Definitely helped grow the, that kids program that we always host at the NTA. So much appreciated, sir. Really means a lot.
Yep. Welcome in, Bill. Ottercat, you need to go back and watch the beginning of this. I was in here by myself for like 15 minutes.
Because I was doing manly things.
Yeah, you're shampooing carpet like a real man.
My wife says I do that all the time. If I ever start and I'm thinking about something, I go, and it's always 3.
Yeah.
And apparently it's a man thing because now I'm noticing other people doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
My worst thing when I'm thinking is I start going like this.
Yeah. I'll do that too once in a while.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as Mark though on that auction. Boy, he was just.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'll bet Mark during that auction for Alice. I'm surprised he has a beard left.
Just wow.
That's not good.
Yeah, Anthony, I do the same thing. Eric, welcome in. It was nice to finally meet you up there, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys finally connected.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. Met a lot of new people up there.
I did too.
It's fun.
I wish I could have sat down and just chilled more. But it seems like I was always running around, just like you were. There's always something to do, or then we kind of got thrown in charge of that kids thing, and
Yep.
Yeah, it went well, but
Certainly threw a wrench into plans.
yeah, it did.
Yeah. Wyatt, how you doing? Caught beavers with traps, absolutely. That make male area. Oh yeah, Michael. Twice this year I did that, which I don't know what they were doing, but it was rough for them. Those are the 2 I've actually felt bad about. Beavers do a ton of damage, and they're terrible for an ecosystem. If I go down there and I see that, I'm like, oh, I hope I don't go that way.
All right. Otter, I was not hiding him in Lima.
No, I just didn't have YouTube when I was in Lima.
You didn't then, did you?
Nope. Heck, when we first met, I don't even know if I had a goatee. I don't remember if I did or not. I used to actually look presentable. Now I just let it go.
Yeah, welcome to marriage.
Yeah. No, I don't. I'm not ready for that. I just put faces to names. Absolutely, Eric. I always find it kind of funny. People come up at conventions and they'll say your name. I'm like, okay, and then they'll say their YouTube name. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's kind of the bad part. They can see us, but sometimes the people that don't have channels, we don't see them. So I've had several people come up and like, oh, Iowa, how you doing? I'm sorry, I'm at a loss here. You got to explain.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are.
Be an announcement at the school this Friday. No less than 20. I'm assuming you know what that is.
Yeah, that's awesome, Bill. That's awesome. So Bill's a big supporter, especially for me when I started off. He's the one that got this kids program up off the ground at the NTA for me and Funkies. I told him, actually, I think he just saw the channel that we're looking for people to subscribe to ITA and stuff like that. So they did an announcement for anyone who wants to learn trapping and stuff. We're going to talk about Bloomfield, send them down, hopefully, and to join. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So I appreciate it, Bill. Always love your support, buddy.
Then the dad bod. Oh, no. We got to hold off. Honestly, I think right now I trap too hard to get a dad bod.
No, you don't.
I think my metabolism is too high right now.
That's the problem. Because I've seen you eat. And you eat twice as much as I do.
I eat like a pig.
And one day you're just going to go, what the happened to me?
Maybe.
Trust me, it'll happen.
What, if there was a convention every weekend, I'd gain 50 pounds in a month.
I'll show you this. I think I've showed it on here before.
Is it the picture of really skinny you?
This is me.
Yeah.
When I was 18. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that does not look very similar to now.
Oh, wow.
Just saying. No beard. Yeah.
Wow. That's like politely saying, hey, you know what? You're fat.
But I didn't say that. I was polite.
I know. You're right. And here you're on your channel in my house.
You want to know what's going to happen, though? Is someday if I do end up gaining some weight, you're going to look at me and say, told you so.
I'm so looking forward to that. So looking forward to that. I think I'm just, what's his face on that Christmas movie? When he knocks Santa off the roof and he becomes Santa and keeps gaining weight.
Oh, what is that called? Is it called like
Santa
Claus? I think
Santa Claus?
That's what it's called.
Yeah. That's me.
I need to go up.
Yeah, we missed a lot.
Oh, yeah, Anthony. My girlfriend's ridden with me a couple different times, even on the line.
Well, I think his girlfriend's mom is more intrigued to watching the channel, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, you got my girlfriend signed up for the association, which I'm so mad. I wish I would have had that idea. That would have been a great birthday present or something.
Right.
Would have been great.
I hope she's watching now, especially after the earlier conversation you had on here.
Yeah, she might have a lifetime coming with a big plaque for her wall.
Oh, you gotta make sure she broadcasts that.
Oh, absolutely. As togethers.
Oh, yeah, you did, Ottercat. You introduced yourself. Yeah.
Oh, I think you told me about that.
Oh, I'm so
you
mad
had
at
no
him.
idea.
I didn't know whether to hug him or hit him in the mouth. I really didn't.
Awesome. Great turnout for the kids on Saturday. It really was,
Yeah.
Eric. It really was.
For something that got thrown together last minute like that.
And there was no proper advertisement at all in the area or anything.
Well, it was a miscommunication, and we found out Friday night that no one was in charge of the kids' events. Nobody. So I kind of volunteered, me and him, to help out, which kind of led to, can you guys do it?
Yeah.
Which, whatever, I'm happy to help, but it's like, now we got 9 hours to plan, get stuff donated for traps and gear. We've got to find people to help do the demos. If we have too many kids, we don't know how many kids we're going to have. It's a little stressful, but I mean, I feel like it went really well.
Nice, Reef. No idea who he was. You still don't know, Reef? Never even told you. Man.
Well, you better say you're trapping with Gavin then.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I won't know.
Anthony.
Yeah, it's on us up. The Tim Allen one. I think it's the Santa Claus.
Yeah. I swear that's what it's called.
Ottercat, he's got more people than me now. But for some reason, this last week, I've actually been doing pretty well with that. It's kind of weird.
I found with the meeting, I think it was from the meeting and the new channel and everything, I found that I'm not doing too bad either.
I went up 34 on my live last night with Pogos.
34?
Pretty sure most of them are scammers, though. But yeah.
Well, welcome.
Yeah, it's just like... Yeah, that's pretty fun. Yeah, Anthony. We're using his internet now, so it should be okay.
Gained a ton last week.
Yeah,
Nice,
Reef.
Reef. Nice.
I always love your Monday night chats. I just normally can't get to them until later now since the wife stays up late. So
Yeah. I wish I could do more lives. I don't have enough free time. Dude, I have like 3 papers due next week that I found out about
okay, so that's
either Monday or Wednesday.
So that will take the girlfriend 6 hours to do. You're fine.
No. Like the one rough draft. When the teacher says submit a rough draft, you can about guess the quality of work that I'm going to turn in. Took me about 20 minutes for a page and a half this morning. Yep, done. Yeah, it's pretty bad. 63-pound beaver by the tail in a snare. Oh, man, Don. I bet he was upset.
Hop up on Reef's lives on Mondays. It's fun.
Well, I've been in 1 or 2 at least for sure. I know I have. I don't even remember what
I hop in there and just goes to hell quick.
Sweet, I'll definitely get in there then. Because 2 negatives make a positive.
Yeah. I'm drunk.
Even better. We got them when we're 40. I will, Reef. I got to remember, I get so lost in what I'm doing, and I don't even check on my YouTube. It'll be 3 or 4 days. I don't even look at anything. I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Plus, my notifications suck. I don't know if yours are like that.
I always have to go through and reset certain people. I don't know why.
Fish catches and Connor bears. 20-pound flathead and a 330. Holy cow, Mark.
That's a good flat. Yeah, when do we get a meter?
Huh?
Ottercat. When do we get a meter?
Girlfriend is why the time ain't there. When do we get to meet her next gen? Ottercat, he hasn't even met her yet.
Yeah. And I'm like that twisted like father brother figure, and I haven't got a meter.
Like the stepbrother.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, I know that movie like that movie's about right. So
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw her car pulling down my lane, I thought, who is lost?
I know. That's why I didn't
tell.
That's why I didn't tell you why I was late or anything. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pull up in this car, and he's not gonna know what's going on. But I don't know, Ottercat. We'll see. It'll actually be 1 year we've been together tomorrow.
She's a trooper if she deals with fish stuff.
She made it through 1 trapping season. That's more than any other girlfriend I've had. So
yeah. I've caught a bass and a nice bass, not huge, but like a 2-pound bass and probably a 5-pound carp in
Con bears?
No.
Snares?
Colony traps.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never done that.
That really scares you, especially the bass, because it was in a deep channel about 3 foot down. So, I reach down in there and I'm like arm's length and I start to pull it up. And right when it almost breaks the surface, it splashes.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that scared the crap out of me.
I'd be a lot more scared if it was an actual muskrat because they'd take a
I thought it was. I thought it was.
Yeah. Caught a gar in a 330, man. What blue and not heavy light blue? I've heard that one, Ty.
I haven't.
Really?
Mm-mm.
There's this group of people on TikTok. They try and make each other laugh, and if you laugh, you have to take a shot. And it goes on for quite a while, so it gets really funny towards the end. And they make a lot of jokes like that. It's pretty funny.
It's like the guys that smoke alcohol. Oof.
That doesn't make any sense.
You never done that?
No.
That's your generation type thing.
Sounds like it'd kill you.
Very possible.
Yeah.
You take a bike pump and pump up something and you pull it off real quick and it vaporizes all the alcohol out of everything. And
yeah, it sounds like
yeah.
It's a terrible idea.
Not saying I've ever done that.
Caught my hand in a 220. Oh yeah, Anthony. I've actually never done that. Have you done that? Got yourself on a 220?
I didn't tell you about my foot story.
Oh, when you caught and went all the way down.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you did tell me that story.
That hurt so bad. I'm glad I had my buddy with me because I'd still be there.
Yeah,
I would not have got out of that.
I'm done. I can get out of this myself, but you know what?
Oh, the setter's right next to me. But I'm in such agonizing pain, I can't comprehend how to grab the setters and take it off.
Should have got that on film. That would have been
Oh, that was
fantastic.
8 years before I even started thinking about filming.
Still should have got it on some sort
That
of
would
film.
have been awesome.
If you had a buddy with you, he should have been
I'm
filming.
not going to replicate it.
Doesn't get many drive-bys.
She will, Reef. He will.
What drive-bys?
I'm guessing he's talking about your car in my driveway.
Oh,
You'd be surprised, Eric, especially with our neighbor developing every single piece of property he's got over there.
well, in my driveway, we don't get anyone. But there's a reason for that.
Right.
She might get trapped in a mirror. Reef, let's not talk about that for a long time yet, all right? I got to have one trapping season where the weather is fine. I had to add that to the list of things because she doesn't understand that the weather has to be good for it to count. I have to have one season where I can give it everything I absolutely got with good weather. That's part of the contract now. And then I'll be fine.
I have one question, though.
And then it's going to be the next season. I'm going to want to do the same thing.
With all that going on, though, just one question.
Oh,
And we have to say it on here so people will remember this. Am I going to be in the lineup?
in the lineup.
Yes.
For what?
Your wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome. That's great.
Other
You
than,
heard it.
Other than like my literal childhood best friend, which I've told you stories about. I mean,
The stories you told me, that's
you're
awesome.
about the only other person I talk to for the most part. So, on a consistent basis. I don't know. I'm one of those kids who's never really understood all the like Snapchatting back and forth all the time. That's never been my thing.
Right.
If I want to talk to someone, I'll send them something.
Right.
It's time.
Window well of your house. I used to get a lot of calls with that for muskrats around here. Or not muskrats, possums. They'd get stuck in the window wells.
Huh. We had I didn't even tell you this. My brother went out to get eggs from the chickens last night. He walked out there. There's a possum curled up in there eating chicken eggs. My mom calls me. Of course this happens when you're not here. There's a possum in the chicken nest.
And that's you're like, Mom, I don't know what you think I could do with it.
Yeah, I was like, and my little brother's there. I'm like, just tell him to grab it and get it out. He's like, I don't want him touching a possum. I'm like, I do it every day.
I did have one. I've never seen this before. This has never happened to me before until I caught a possum in my garage about a month ago, 2 months ago. I grabbed it by the tail and I was walking it out because I was walking up to show my wife. She just thinks they're fascinating for some reason. I don't know why. But all of a sudden, I'm holding it by the tail in the dark and I'm like, that feels weird. I've never seen it double back and it was crawling up my hand with its front feet. Like he could have taken a chunk out of me, no problem.
They won't though.
But I've never seen them do that. Normally they can't quite reach up, but all of a sudden he just, grabbed a hold and up he went. Oh, that scared me.
It's almost like those guys that like hang from their knees and do like sit-ups hanging from a bar. That possum's been practicing.
Right.
Been working out.
Been working out for planning a day for this moment.
It is your generation. The Tide Pod. Yeah, Bill. I mean, you're not wrong. That was a big thing for quite a while. So Snares, first time here in Virginia last season. After that deer stopped, 235-pound breakaway. The Bobcat won and had to turn it loose and didn't have my catch pole. Man, Michael, I guarantee you that was not much fun. It'd be especially hard because the way I'd tell you to do it better only works with footholds.
Right.
With the plywood, that'd be really difficult. And you have to be really careful because they have those, what are they, arteries or whatever you call them in their neck.
Yep.
And if you cinch down on that, they're basically dead.
Yeah, cats are very easy to go lights out.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
I didn't, Anthony. I forgot to write it down last night, buddy. But I'm pretty stuck on mine. I mean, for the price it is and what it does, I really like that.
146 is what they were.
Really?
I just bought 2 of them. I got a fleet now.
You got a fleet.
I'm done buying one.
A fleet of air rifles.
Yes.
Dan, I see that in a little bit too. I mean, I still think I have 2 partially torn meniscus or something because about 1 out of every 20 times I stand up, I get either leg. I'll get a sharp shooting pain in my leg, and it drops me. I'll stand back up, and it's completely gone again, like nothing happened.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know, but man, it bothers me.
Yeah, I got screws in my knee, so I'm good for another couple of years. Tell you what, I do a lot though that is terrible. Last year I did it twice. Hit my head on bridges.
Yeah, you start walking up, not paying attention.
No, running down.
Oh,
when I'm not paying attention. When I was pre-staking, I was running down. There was a big metal beam on this bridge, and I hit it with my forehead, and it rung like a gong.
Your head or the beam?
Both. I literally went straight to the ground, and I'm like, I'm going to die right here. There's no way I didn't get a concussion. But I got traps pre-staked, so that's all that mattered.
Gavin, I'd say hi, but that'd be it because I don't know. Oh, whatever, Otter.
County pulling up trees, building going up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Eric. They've been. I don't know if you've seen any of this, but now they like to take those smooth excavator buckets and dig out those ditches.
Yeah.
They did that too.
That's actually like on a truck too. It's on wheels, so
Yeah,
they can pivot
yeah.
and then they load the truck.
They've done that too.
I get a lot of that around. Luckily, my county here, I'm real good friends with the people that work on the rural water system.
Yeah.
So they're aware when this happens. So he'll call me and be like, "Hey, on this road, I know you've got 4 sets. You might want to come get them tomorrow before noon." Oh,
you're lucky.
Thanks.
You're lucky.
I am.
I got one stretch of road that I just say they mulch it. When they take that blade on the truck, just obliterate it. You know what I'm talking about? All the trees and everything.
Yeah.
That to me almost ruins the ditch for a couple of years until that stuff breaks down. Because they basically just mulch the whole ditch.
Right.
I mean, there's going to be no vegetation in there.
Gonna grab another one. Need more water?
No, I'm good. Almost. Tide Pods Cinnamon Challenge. Yeah, Anthony. Les McChicks. Yeah. Anthony, it does hurt. It hurts pretty bad. Eric, exactly. Pretty much sum it up for everyone. I've just hit my head on so many bridges now to the point where I am what I am now. Oh, well. I've definitely, especially if it's a solid concrete one. I did one beaver trap, and man, that one really didn't feel good either. That's for sure. But I'm getting pumped up. I'm about to start rolling out some footage here before too long again. It won't be everyday stuff, but once I get my truck back from getting fixed, we'll be rolling out stuff pretty consistently because towards the end of September, I plan on mapping out that water line. So we'll see what happens if we get water. You got any water?
Nothing. Well, you've seen my stuff. My stuff's probably worse than yours.
It is, for sure. Yeah, we were talking about those bridges, and then Eric said, so that's why you are the way you are. I'm like, yep.
That's fair.
Pretty much.
We're all messed up and twisted some way.
20 minutes almost. Filling my
that dog needs out.
Threw my flannel shirt over. Just clipped the snare into the shoulder, but when I pulled that shirt up, I was shaking. Oh yeah, Michael. That's a good way to do it. Putting something over them to kind of calm them down a little bit. That makes sense. Absolutely, Eric. Especially if you're in a hurry, like I always seem to be, which is such an unhealthy thing. But yeah, it's just gonna happen. Oh yeah, Reef. Iowa Trapper's not excited to go trapping at all. So.
I'm pumped. I just got to finish up stuff before I can get ready. That's my big deal. That's why this is the last roof. I've got a couple guys that really want me to do another roof this year, including my buddy that's building a house, but I just, life's busy. I mean, some of you guys know it's just non-ending. I mean, the only reason I'm even able to do this, my wife and kids are at church right now. I got some stuff cleaned up. I shampooed the carpets. So we got a little spare time.
Are you sure you didn't use toothpaste? Oh, if anyone is in here from the national convention, they will absolutely love that. That was probably the best joke I've made in the last month.
It's not funny.
It was. And then I told you, my girlfriend found that toothbrush and toothpaste in my bag. So I had one the whole time. Didn't need to stop at Dollar General. And I'm pretty sure I laughed and joked to you about, I guarantee you I probably have one in there from some other time. And I don't know where it is. Oh, yeah. All right.
All right, Anthony, I'll look at it, bud.
Doing a lot of scouting the new canoe ship. Oh, nice, Dan.
That'll be fun to see.
Nice. Hopefully you do a video on the canoe. I'd like to see it. I want to kind of try and do some boat trapping, exploring my options. So I'm curious what it is, Dan.
Something we should try together. Do a boat.
I'm gonna need a bigger boat. That was good. That was good.
I had it coming.
Spent too much time with Ben up there at the ice, getting to be pretty sarcastic.
Oh man, he is on point, isn't he? He has the best reactions.
It's so impressive.
Every time.
If there was an award for most sarcastic, funny person, what did I
trying to do?
I'm trying to get this off my screen.
Hold on. You want me to do it?
Yeah, please. I'm gonna end up doing something I really shouldn't. Oh, good job.
Do you want this one to be added?
No, I wasn't trying to do
Well,
anything.
can.
I just accidentally clicked.
There's a couple there. Those three. Those two. That one and the one above it probably be good ones.
All
the way down.
I might as well do it while you're sitting here.
Standard.
Bear with us, guys. Yeah, please. I really need it.
The more of these, yeah, Reef's a good one.
See that? That's how bad I am.
I got your back.
All right. Expanding their range in the south here. I hope we don't get them here. Oh, yeah, Mark. There's actually, in northeast Iowa, there's some fishers now.
Yep.
Isn't that what they were talking?
Yep.
I found that kind of interesting.
Yep. They're moving down from Minnesota.
Yeah, I found that kind of interesting. Well, if I caught one of those in a trap, I'd have no idea what I was looking at.
It was when I caught my very first otter was in a beaver den down home by that lake, and I'd never seen one before. And I'm like, what did I catch? And it was at 3:30 in a den entrance, and I'm like, this is not a beaver.
Yeah.
I turned in DNR, which obviously there's no penalty for it, but I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't know if I'm in trouble. What is this?
Huh. This last few nights really gets you going. Absolutely, Eric.
Yep.
Absolutely. I mean, it's 7:30 right now. A little earlier than that. She's going down.
Yeah.
Won't be long.
And the leaves are starting to turn.
They
the
are.
nights are getting younger or shorter, and the
Farmers are hitting the fields.
oh yeah, it's game time.
Yeah.
If I was 18 again, I'd be rutting everywhere.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, Anthony, I do too. 15 Discovery Old Town Sport. 1650 pound rated.
Yeah, it's almost a ton you can hold in that thing.
That's a lot. That being said, though, I bet my truck on opening days hauling a lot more weight than that just in coon in the back of my truck.
Right.
I mean, that's probably what, 75 coon, 80 coon, that weight.
Yeah, something like that.
That's a lot to float in a canoe. Holy cow.
Yeah, I know.
You wouldn't even be able to fit that many in there. It's impressive.
Anthony, I already know how to do this. I'm helping him learn technology.
Yeah. Yeah, I added a couple mods there, guys.
Reef, don't be sarcastic. I'll take you back.
We'll break up. Take your wrench.
PA, what's up, buddy?
523 out there, Anthony. Now the otter are a dime a dozen. Yeah, Eric, we were just talking about that earlier, how many otters there really are now. It's dumb. It's dumb.
SS Outdoors.
Oh, we met you
them.
up there.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
How you doing, bud?
It's good to see you, bud.
We're doing good.
You and your wife there by that little awning on the. Well, first I met you right in the middle of the kids thing, I believe. So I was running around scrambling with that. So I apologize. I was in a hurry, couldn't talk, but no, got a little chance to catch up to you there for a little bit.
Yeah.
40 inches wide, 25 deep at the bow.
I mean, what's 40 inches? I mean, this is so.
Hello, girlfriend's mom.
Let's blow the camera.
Yeah, Anthony, you're not wrong. It happened. Oh, cool, Jim. Yeah.
Yeah, it took
A beautiful night.
a Snapchat tutorial from him for me to figure it out. So
Yeah, quite literally. I did have to help him with that.
I'm jealous he's out fishing right now. I'd love to be out fishing.
You'll knock me out with your wrench.
There you go. 5X hanging on the wall. Oh, you got your 5X hanging up.
Oh, cool, PA. That's awesome. You'll have to show me sometime the difference between that and yours. I know mine next to Dan's down there. Holy cow, that was night and day difference. Boxy, what's up, buddy?
Boxy.
How you doing, boss?
3 feet 4 inches. I guess I don't know if that's really wide or not. If it holds that much weight, it must be pretty nice.
On stuff's being smart, Alec. 40 inches. You said, how wide is that? He goes 3 feet 4
That's
inches.
fine. It's fine. It went right over my head, so it's fine.
Oh,
I need to
love
stop. I'm done. I'm done.
Yep,
Oh,
you're
I'm
done.
Take the mouse. Take the mouse. Take my
Okay.
wrench.
Oh, good, SS.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you guys for sure. Hopefully those bait stations work out for you up there.
Yeah.
I actually, SS, I wanted to talk to you because I watched a video guy today who actually does bait stations like that for skunks. And you probably know who I'm talking about.
Yep.
And he's a very serious trapper. So your idea might have more behind it than I have any clue about. Anthony's got his 5X up.
That's awesome, Anthony.
I'm keeping my 6Xs this year if I get any.
Jim's catching some walleye. Nice.
Oh, man.
I caught my first walleye, real walleye, with his help this year. So next year I'm going to time it better, though.
Next year is going to be I'm going to text you, and you better be there the next day.
I'll be there that night, and I'm going to
That's
call
what
into
I'm saying.
work the next 2 days.
Okay, well, we'll fill up your truck bed with fillets.
I'm just going to move into your house for 2 days.
That's fine.
Hi, Mom. I'm just going to move in
By
here.
next summer, I might have my own place. Hopefully that's done over there. So
Bachelor pad.
yeah. But you're not a bachelor, so
I know. Now it's like old school movie, like the movie Old School, and I'm that nerd
Oh, I
guy
love
that
that
tries
movie.
to party it up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty much me at nationals. I mean,
Yep.
yeah. Let's go wild and crazy and stay up till 3 a.m. and get back up at 6 and do it all over again.
Man, I don't know how you're catching walleyes right now, Jim. You must have walked somewhere, unless you're on a pond or lake, because, man, all the rivers are so low.
Jim, I don't. Well, I got some adult mediums, but that's about it for me.
I don't have any. I'm done with shirts until next spring, guys, and I'm done beaver trapping. It takes too long. It takes like 2 weeks for me to get them. And by then, with distribution, I mean, in 2 weeks, I better be starting to mark out my water line or I'm behind.
Right.
So, and once I start doing that, then you get to bow season, and then I'll be mapping out my other lines. Yeah, I get too busy. Never caught a walleye, Reef? They're fun, and they're good eating. Man, we're so far behind. Yeah, Anthony, hopefully I can get you one. We'll see. I'll probably get them tanned and not want to get rid of them. That'll be my problem.
That was hard for me. I think Anthony I have one more 5X, but he's got a couple holes in them. So
Yeah.
that's not already spoken for.
Sauger, yeah, Dan, I've heard they're pretty good eating too. I've never caught a true sauger. I've caught saug eye. I've never caught a true sauger. I'm going to give it a try. I'll let you guys know. Yeah, please do.
Yeah,
I'm
be interested,
curious.
bud.
Curious.
Barbarian's back.
There we go. Did you eat some more polar bear there, Barbarian? I can't believe that.
I know, that blows me away.
I mean, I've hunted black bears and I've eaten them. Polar, that's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
How many X can beaver? I believe it's a dub. Is it
There's
a double?
three. There's three. There's 3X.
The 3 is I don't know, because I know it's like the super blanket, the blanket.
Yeah. It really doesn't matter because it's all by weight.
Yeah.
I'm hunting stuff.
And if anyone tells you any different, they're trying to make money off of you.
Even the beaver that would go into the actual like shearing market, the really quality beaver, the hatter market is better than that. So right now, pretty much every beaver across the country, unless it's like a black color or something extraordinary for the taxidermy market, they're all hatter beaver right now.
Walking around. Oh yeah, Mark. I'm always worried about that. Those chewed off trees that are about a foot tall falling on top of one of them. I'm always worried about that. I got some spots I've beaver trapped that are really bad.
I've tripped on a couple, and oh man, that's scary.
Mm-hmm. Ponds, okay, Jim. Yeah, I was gonna say the rivers are so low. I don't know how you'd get anywhere.
I haven't seen that, Anthony.
I haven't either.
I don't know why I wouldn't.
Iowa, did you get that picture I sent you from my grandkids skinning from Jim?
Who sent that?
Jim, did you? He asked if you got the picture he sent you of grandkids skinning.
I don't think I did, Jim. Was there email? Because I haven't checked my email here recently. And now that I created another email account.
Ruger, how you doing, buddy? Hunting stuff 3X is not even close to bigger than a 6X. Not even close.
No, I didn't get that, Jim.
They make separate boards for 3X beaver. Really, Dan? That's interesting. I've been able to fit every beaver on a board.
I've had 2 that I bought that were close, but just a little more time drying and they still shrink down enough.
I mean, them being a little loose on there doesn't hurt a thing. I actually put mine on there a little loose just so I don't have all those stretch marks.
Right. I don't want it to like sag like a fat roll does. But I agree with you because those stretch marks don't look very good.
Yeah, it's like all white. I don't like how it looks. I'm measuring them.
PA, that's
Hint, hint. Wink, wink.
Yeah. Someone got hosed.
More than just someone.
Many people.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Anthony. Apparently, my wife, Ruger.
Yeah. Yeah, Ruger. Ruger, you missed it. I was sitting in here all by myself earlier while he was putting. I'll go with shampoo. Well, he was shampooing the carpet.
I was shampooing the carpets. I told my wife I would.
I've had.
Your sweet feed one. Yeah, I saw that, Anthony. I don't know why I didn't see your comparison one.
78-inch beaver. Okay, because I don't understand. Can you please explain to me the measurement thing on beaver?
So when you measure, it's like cross. It's 2 measurements.
Yeah,
it's either leg to leg across like an X or it's like a plus. I can't remember. And you add them together. It's like a TV.
Ever since I've been beaver trapping, they just weigh them. So.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like for you, I mean, when I first started, it was about measurements and size, but now it doesn't even matter. I mean, if you saw some of the beaver I put up, they look like a ninja star. Yep. Because it doesn't matter. It's all about weight. Some guys look at these like they don't even look at them. They might check them, make sure there's no mold or slippage, and throw them on a scale. That's it. If they're doing it legit, I should say.
Yep. Yeah, that's my favorite thing to sell too, because there's no arguing about it. I can tell you exactly what they're worth with them sitting on the scale.
Yeah, you told me the price, and now I can look at that number and times it times that number, and there you go. It's my kind of math, right?
Simple stuff.
Ty, how we doing, bud?
Tell us after the Osage event. How did it go? Ruger, it went great other than the first morning for me. That was kind of rough for me.
Yeah, he had a rough first go of it.
But it was fun.
It was fun. It was a little stressful. Few confusions there. So me and him ended up running the whole kids program on Saturday with some people that we recruited to help. Confusion with my nomination to make the director position. So still not 100% sure what that worked out for either of us.
I don't know. I mean, I went up there understanding that you were just in charge of this, and they're like, well, you and him. I'm like, no, I'm a part.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, guilty by association.
I guess. I ran the TV, and I guess that was, which I struggled with that a little bit, sitting all the way back there.
A little confusion there, but it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric, that's what it was.
Yeah. What? Hold on. Yeah, man.
That's pretty much how it was. Only your eyes were almost basically closed, and you didn't sound like that. You almost had like a different whole personality. Like, yeah, man.
Dude, I was at peace with myself.
Yeah, and whoever else was with you, because in your head, you were there.
I was.
I felt bad for you. I was actually worried about you. I'm like, oh shit, I hope he makes it.
These are my 6 lives.
Ruger, so I don't know. I was kind of nervous there. I got back from that and I was going to do a live and everything would pop up and all of a sudden it'd say error and do the little circle thing. And I tried again and it would say failed to download video. Whether I use the Wi-Fi, my phone, I mean, no matter what I used, it was messed up. And I thought, oh, great. They just like demonetized and took my channel away or something.
Yeah.
And then next day it was fine. So,
yeah, that's a scary feeling. Especially with all those exclamation mark things the other day.
Yeah. We thought we had both of our channels demonetized here about, what was it?
That would have
2 weeks
been
ago?
last week. Was it Monday?
Yeah, it's probably about 2 weeks
I think
ago.
it was last week, Monday, I believe. Yeah, because me and my parents went to Applebee's, and I'm sitting in there. Next thing I know, I mean, I was all happy and joyful because I had no idea what was going on. And then Stu always says, like, oh, you'll know when it happens. You'll know. I'm like, I scroll through all the videos, and they all got it. I'm like, oh, man. Mm-hmm. Oh, well.
Yeah, it is what it is. Lori, how we doing?
I'm tired of paying to watch your channel. Shots fired from Ruger.
Well, you know what, Ruger? I feel like you still owe me. And we got like at least 7% interest on this. Ruger, I can't say it on here. I'll text you right now.
Is Ruger going to Bloomfield too? Oh. Okay. I just got silenced. I'm sorry. Backwoods Barbarian, I don't think they actually came at us because when it all finally went through, I actually had videos that were limited in revenue that actually were fully monetized after that. So I almost think that they like either, because I think when you first post them, it's all just machine done. I don't know if someone actually went through and analyzed them or if they did a deeper dive on them or something. But I had a lot of videos that were limited revenue that are now fully monetized.
And he texted me. He goes, hey, I don't know what this is about. They had demonetized. I'm like, oh, man, that sucks. I looked like, mine's the exact same way. But, yeah, and then a lot of my lives, because they don't like this stuff hanging. But they're all good now. So. For what you talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So don't talk about it.
Okay.
I don't know, Barbarian. I really don't know. I honestly think it was just some kind of like a glitch or like a review because it wasn't just like 1 or 2 videos. What do you have, 50 some?
I think mine was around like 60 to 80. I mean, it was like almost every video from last year.
Yeah, it was my season and a half pretty much was gone. Everything, whether it was lives or. So I almost wonder if they went back a time frame and like checked everything out.
I wonder if it's like a semi-annual or annual check, and I just got on there at the right time and saw it. That's probably what it comes down to. But rounded up 3 members, Ruger. Awesome.
That's awesome, Ruger. I appreciate it, man. I really do, buddy. I think we opened some eyes up to the power of this YouTube. I mean, the channel is up to. I'm gonna check that out now.
It broke 2.
Yeah, it's over 200 subs now. 211 in basically 2 days. So very happy with that. We actually filmed a dog proof one here earlier. Bare basic intro into dog proofs. I'm working with a couple other guys. I got a young man. Kind of reminds me a lot of him. You know, passionate trapper, young, really getting into it. He's only, I think, 17. He might be 18 now, but he's wanting to trap a bunch of muskrats this year. He actually did a demo at the ITA. So, but he's going to do a bunch of muskrats for me. So I'm pretty excited for that.
I'm pretty jealous of that.
Yeah.
Having muskrats to trap. Holy smokes. One of the supporters. Oh, thanks, Boxy. We appreciate it. I think it was that.
Thanks, Anthony.
I think what little question there was left about going through with the YouTube channel, everyone changed their mind the second they said how many members came in a week and a half. And the states.
Yeah.
States also.
Because we had 22 members. It was either 12 or 14 states. I can't remember. But when I got the final okay to go forward with this, I don't think if there was a hand not up, I didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
There might have been a couple, but out of the room of 40-some directors, I didn't see it.
Yeah. And that was just the ones that actually like figured out how to type the thing on there. I'm sure there was a couple other ones that didn't know how to do it. Yeah, Eric, it would be nice to trap muskrats. I'm pretty jealous. Muskrats are gone. Really, Dan?
Yeah, that's too bad.
Them Nucci are ugly looking things too. At least I think they are.
Scott, I'll tell you what. With me and him combined pushing this, I really think this could be a huge thing, not just for Iowa, but for the country. I'm really hoping we get this going strong. Other states jump on this.
Yep.
This is huge. Definitely the biggest thing I've ever been a part of. I'm really, really excited for it.
I think also that being the first to do it is going to be the best outcome. There's so much potential to it. It's crazy.
Yeah. And, you know, there's a lot of great, you know, channels out there with organizations as far as, you know, like Fur Takers has one, you know, and a bunch of individuals. There's Facebook groups all over the place from states. But as far as we know, we are the first state YouTube channel.
Well, I know.
I could be wrong on that.
I actually tried to look them up the other day.
Yeah,
and I couldn't find one.
Yeah, I tried a little bit and I couldn't find anything. I even went to the bigger states of New York, Pennsylvania, and I couldn't find anything. So I'm excited for it. This is huge. Thanks, Krusty.
Yeah, thank you, Krusty.
Barbarian. I love it. I love it.
They are really aggressive, though. I'll give them pound for pound. If they were 40 pounds, they'd make a coon look like a wuss.
I hope so, Eric.
Changer.
Yeah, GNO hunting. Absolutely. I love it. They're so soft.
They are.
They're really good shirts.
They are. Tell you what, when I traded Ben for these Sleepy Creek shirts for my shirts, I'm like, man, I won this deal.
Yeah.
These are nice shirts.
Ben's got some really good shirts. It's funny, we're actually matching earlier. When he showed up, I was wearing the Sleepy Creek.
Happens so many times. It's ridiculous.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
No, it's not.
Remember, I'm the stepbrother, so it's okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Ohio doesn't offer much, if anything. Scott, and that's something, as this grows, I want to reach out, especially the Ohio Association is great. They might, just be struggling to figure out the technology part of it, but the people of that association are amazing. The demo area in Lima, Ohio 2 years ago was the best demo area I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. It was phenomenal. But you guys have a great organization. Just, maybe hint at something. Hey, how can I help? Offer it.
Oh, he'll still bring you a shirt.
How do I owe you? I haven't even cut the sleeves off of this yet because it's too nice. I'm waiting for another one so I can cut the sleeves off.
Like the day you both had orange shirts. Oh yeah, Dan. Yeah, it's been more than that too. That's the problem.
Snapping turtles are on the move today.
I would have no idea. Monty, how you doing? ITA, the only association in Iowa. Yes.
Yeah.
As far as trapping goes.
As far as trapping goes, you've got kind of directors for like the FTA.
FTA.
Yeah. We do have, I believe it is a Fur Takers event we're just there. Me and you went.
Central City?
Central City is a Fur Takers event. So I don't know if it's broken up into chapters or how that works, but yeah. Yeah, Jim, me neither.
Those shirts are way too nice to cut the sleeves off of, though.
I still will. I cut sleeves off of those.
Yeah, I can't. Oh, my. I like the color of this one. Ruger, I hope it's pink.
This better not be pink.
I hope it's pink.
I will rock it, but I'll be mad on the inside.
Two can't get along for some reason, so we split. That's interesting. I know there used to be the Iowa Trappers Association, and then was it the Dog Hunters? Something in Iowa.
I don't know that one.
I know there used to be one because I've seen they had an old building over by a town that I've been to. Is it the Hound Hunters Association? I don't remember. Coon Hunters Association, I think is what it used to be called from a while ago.
Really?
I swear that there's something along those lines. There used to be one of those.
I know Michigan is kind of split up. They got the Upper Peninsula now and the Lower Peninsula Association, so which is too bad. The more we fight and argue, the worse we are. I actually just got on one of the Facebook groups I'm a moderator on, and somebody asked, what happens if you don't dye and wax new traps? You seen that?
Yeah, people are, oh man.
And people are just cutting this guy down left and right. And, people don't know. That's why we're doing these beginning base. That's why you filmed that dog proof video.
Yep.
People like me and him, many of you, know exactly what the trigger and the springs and the dog are on a trap. People don't know, though. Not everybody is to that point. So, and after watching him get beat down, it's just, I finally said something. It's just too bad. I didn't know you saw that.
Yeah, I seen it on there. Uh-oh.
I'm in the middle of something, Ruger. Come on.
Anthony, none yet, knock on wood. None yet.
Oh man, I got hit hard yesterday, but I also got 30 some subs from it. So that was weird.
Nice. I think I was in there and I saw right when I was heading out, there was some very interesting names popping up. I'm like, new friend. Man, they're brutal on you. I love this.
I don't know why I do that. Like, why is the hate always on me?
See how they open trapping on raccoon in Missouri from August 1st. I didn't see that, but I sure believe it.
They did that, I believe, 2 years ago, didn't they? GNO hunting. Same thing like with here in Iowa, they open coon season year round.
Yep.
With dog proofs on private property. Not really going to change anything.
Nope, not unless there's a bounty. But that's a whole can of worms.
Right.
There's so many cans of worms. So many.
Yeah.
But when I go fishing, I always forget them.
I feel like I walked into that.
I don't know. I felt like that fit. It's actually true, though.
Yeah,
That's the bad part.
Did you just make that up?
I did, yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I am really impressed.
Told you. Being up around Ben. I mean, that's kind of like something he'd say, just on the fly.
Oh, yeah. He is so good at his reactions.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, Jim. Good talking to you at the ITA, buddy.
Yep.
Hopefully you have a good week, and we'll chat at you later.
Hopefully you catch some more fish if you're not back already. I think he was the one fishing, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Hopefully you caught some walleyes.
Oh, cool, Scott. Oh, man, if you could have made that national one last year, holy cow. That was
awesome.
Amazing. Generally, the national is on a scale, I would say 5 times bigger than the state one, generally.
Yep.
It's big. Too bad you missed that, but I'm so glad you made it to your state one this year. A lot of knowledge floating around. I know a lot of people that did demos there. So hopefully you're able to make it a couple of them. We got something in the works, Dan, for Iowa.
Yep.
We're working on something here. It's not public knowledge yet, but we're figuring something out.
Miss fishing racket. Me too, PA. I miss it so bad. That's the bad part. I miss it so bad right now. And then once I do about 800 again, I'll be like, man, that pile is still very large.
Right. Anthony talking about next gen here. He'll be using a lot of the no BSs.
Yeah, for DP trapping. And all my chain drowner systems are all no BS stuff too.
Wow, Barbara Heron.
Huh.
That's what happens when there's too many raccoons.
Says they got things in the works to up the catch numbers.
Yeah,
I don't think so. Based on the
I
ITA discussion, I really don't think so. However, the idea of giving a salvage tag if the otter's already dead when you catch it in the spring,
Yes.
I loved that idea.
And that's what I love about this stuff is you have so many different minds because I never would have thought of that.
I wouldn't have either.
But that was amazing. That is amazing. And he didn't deny it either. He thought about it.
No, his face changed instantly.
Like, that's a possibility.
Yeah. It's very interesting. I mean, if you can pick up roadkill deer and get a salvage tag, why can't you keep an otter that you work for? Another can of worms.
Scott, you'll find every community has their trolls or their negative people, but as a whole, trappers are probably some of the best people you ever meet. I'll stand by that all day long. There's a lot of really good people out there.
10 walleye and 3 bass. Awesome, Jim. Sounds like you had a good night, man.
Oh, that's a good day. Anthony, I don't have any no BS now. I donated all mine. All the no BSs I was looking at, so I might have to pick some up in Nebraska in 2 weeks. I really want to try them. He told me they're built even better than the Dukes now.
They're strong. Very strong.
I'm really looking forward to it. I had 4 dozen I bought.
Yeah.
And they're gone. I donated them all I auctioned one off. I did 2 dozen for kids. I did I don't even know where the other dozen went. Something else.
Should have donated that last dozen.
I need to start
me,
keeping
maybe.
track of this so I can write stuff off because
Yeah, you do.
I've donated too much stuff.
All right, we're way behind.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it, Wyatt. I know how you feel, especially about school. School ain't fun at all. Don't worry
Focus
about
on school, Wyatt. Seriously. I pushed that on him a couple years ago. That's the
Now
most
you
important
don't.
thing.
Now you don't.
Now I don't.
Yeah.
I still do.
Like,
Just
as,
not as much.
as long as your eyes are open while you're there.
Yeah,
it's
you're
fine.
good. Oh, cool, Jim.
Nice.
Hot and stuff. He skinned everything
Yeah.
himself last year.
I do. I had a little bit of help gutting last year, but as far as skinning goes, everything gets skinned by me. Which, I mean, to me, I would say I like skinning more than flesh. I love both of them very much, but skinning is my favorite one out of all of them. Probably because I can do it so much faster and I don't have to be very careful with it.
I love fleshing. That's my cup and tea. See? Think of the team we could make.
Yeah, but if we're out trapping all day long, then neither of us are going to get anything done in the shop.
Did I leave that flash drive down below?
I don't know. I gave it to you for a reason. I gave it to you for a reason.
Ah, fair enough. When are you going to the Missouri, Ruger? Bringing the family up there?
I thought about going to that one too. The Missouri.
No kidding, Dan. You can get a salvage tag for a gator. That would be amazing.
Man, if I pulled up a 330 and there was an alligator in it, I don't know what I'd do.
I'd poop.
I'd probably take a video of it.
Just straight up.
I'd poop.
I would. Tell me you wouldn't. I mean, you pull this up and there's a 5-foot gator head that comes up.
Oh, no, knowing my luck, I'm losing a finger right off the bat.
Well, hopefully it's dead. Oh, they're good traps, Anthony. I played with them a little bit. They're really good. Kendall has amazing equipment. Everything Kendall builds is just top notch.
The powder coating on them, I think, is a lot nicer
than the Duke.
Yes.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Yep.
Now, I haven't ran them, but as far as
I think they'll hold up a lot better.
I think they look better and will work better. Sturgis tea with Pinky. Man, I don't understand all these inside jokes you guys got.
Come on, Ruger.
I'll do a little studying real quick. Stream. Sounds good, Wyatt.
You go study. Close out of this so you actually pay attention to what you're doing.
School's more important than listening to us talk.
That ain't kidding.
And again, I could be working on stuff right now, but I'm here. I'm a terrible.
Don't be a bad influence.
I'm a terrible example. I'm so sorry.
Don't be a bad influence.
Saturday.
GNO, I like the Dukes. They're great. Kendall's No BS are amazing too, from what I played with them. I definitely want a pull only. That's my preference. Yep. I mean, his is.
I've never owned a Z trap because I'd catch 30 cats the second I did.
Yeah. So, I definitely want a pull only, and I don't like the Freedom brands with that big plate on the back side of the springs because it just accumulates that much more mud and stuff if you get into wet weather.
Get back to your college dorm for lights out. Oh, they let you in the building 24 hours. I'm good. It don't matter when I get back.
It's been a long time since I was in a dorm, and I got to be in one.
Yeah.
Last week.
Dude, I got the layout, man. For one person living in there.
Oh, yeah.
That's all you need.
You're set. One person, most nights.
No nights. My girlfriend's always over there. Next year this Saturday will probably be closer. Ruger, I wanted to, but I just have to use this weekend to get all my stuff 100% ready to go. Because once bow season opens October 1st, I'm not going to want to mess stops until pre-staking. So for me, this weekend I have to get everything done, and then I got to go to the Nebraska convention the next weekend. Yeah, busy.
Yeah, he's got a demo for Beaver at 10 a.m. in Nebraska.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
And you got a demo for Coons at 9 a.m.
Yeah, so I gotta be there before you.
Yeah.
I'm still figuring out what I'm gonna do for that. I'd love to go for this whole event, and I probably could, but I really don't want to make the wife angry.
Yeah.
When I got home, she was a little frustrated with me because, and rightfully so, because I told her I'd call her every night, tell the kids good night, and I talked to her Thursday night, and I really didn't even talk to her until Sunday when I was headed home. So definitely my fault, but on our defense, man, we were nonstop, go, go, go. Something's going on nonstop. I mean, It was tough. I had one of the people that made me who I am in the community. He was there, and I hadn't seen him in a couple of years, and I got maybe 30 minutes with him all weekend. It was tough. But Uh-oh. Wife med?
I don't have a wife, but
Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
I mean, it is past 8 o'clock. I still haven't had dinner either.
Are you getting angry?
I might.
Don't get angry.
I might.
He becomes the Hulk if he hasn't ate.
No, I'm not that strong. I turn green? I hope I don't turn green.
Angry? Diablo? Yeah, I've heard of it, PA.
I haven't even heard of that.
I've heard of it. I've never put hands on one, but I've heard of it.
It's not like the Z-Trap at all. I do
Right, Boxty.
Yeah.
I just don't like push-pull because it's anything small enough to put a paw in there, you're going to catch then. It's basically a foothold with a cone.
I'm so jealous, Rigger. So jealous.
U season starts Saturday for us.
Yeah, but my brother's 16 now. So I have no one, because that was always my thing. Once I was old enough, I always went by myself anyways. But then during U season, I could take him out.
Brother, yeah.
Well, now he's too old to do it.
My boy's too old too, so now we're waiting for early muzzleloader.
$9. Huh. I guess I don't know which ones are those.
I've seen them before. They're not crazy popular.
All right, SNS. You take care. Have a good night.
Yep. Thanks for stopping in, buddy.
Oh, yeah, Anthony. It's definitely doable to catch a fox in them for sure.
They basically look like a Duke.
I don't think I've ever seen those. Is there a swivel on there at all, or is it just welded on there?
That's welded on the backside.
I don't know if I'd like that. Oh, I have seen those.
Yeah, it's got that big bar on the back.
I wouldn't like them. In frozen ground especially.
Yeah.
That stuff's going to expand in there and they'll never come out. It wasn't that hot today. It was a little warm. Like yesterday was beautiful.
Jim, you resent them?
Hey, James, how you doing? Yeah,
I'm sorry, Jim. I still haven't got him. I don't know what's going on with the pictures, but I know where we normally communicate, and it's not there yet, bud. Sorry, I interrupted you.
It's just bumbling, and stumbling, so. I probably better get back before too long.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting hungry.
Uh-oh. He's getting angry.
I'm not angry yet. I'm just hungry. I've been on for over 2 hours.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's funny how time flies by. So
I didn't realize it was 8 o'clock, and I said I was going to be back at 7. I'm like,
oh.
Shoot.
Yeah. You got to get the girlfriend's car back.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
What do y'all do with your 6X? Anthony, I've only caught 3 of them, and I sold them, regrettably. Sold them. Dan, I get very hangry. You don't ever want to see me when I'm hungry.
That ain't no joke.
It's bad. Eric, I got 5 40-pound bags at home. I haven't mixed it up yet, but I got it sitting there. It's the thought that counts.
Right.
I'll grab another 5 probably, and then probably another 5.
Thanks for stopping in, Boxy. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for everything you do, bud. That auction was awesome. And I know you were a huge part of that. So, all right, guys, we're going to get him home. We're going to shut this down, but appreciate all stopping in. Our season's coming close. You know, it's right around the corner for us. And
I need to count the days. I haven't in a long time.
It's going to be here. We are pre-staking in basically 5 weeks.
Time to go.
I'll bet it's close. What was it, the 23rd or 22nd?
21st.
21st?
Yeah.
Today's the 13th. So, yeah, basically 5 weeks, 5.5 weeks. We are pre-staking.
I need to get I got so much stuff to do. All right, guys.
Yeah.
We're going to end it here. Thanks, everyone, for stopping in.
Take care, guys. We'll see you.